Welcome back to Beautifully Grounded. Today I'm going to be doing things a little bit different. I'm going to be doing something that I've never done before. The new moon, the solar eclipse, everything going on in the freaking world right now. I just really felt like I really wanted to do this. I really needed to do this. So I've been thinking about it all day, and I finally did. I am recording on what is technically it's July 3rd, but it is 3 in the morning, so these are the normal times for me. What I'm going to be doing is showing 3 sets of cards. I have my Rider-Waite Tarot deck, and I also have my Goddess Isis Oracle cards. What I want you to do is I'm going to put a picture up of all 3 of the sets of cards, and I want you to pick one. Whichever comes to you initially, whatever jumps at you, whatever speaks to you, I want you to pick that one, and I want you to stick with it. If you want to hear all 3, or if all 3 stand out to you, you can definitely do that. Also, whatever you are called to do, that is what I want you to go with. So I am going to put up the video now, well, the picture now, and make sure you choose which one, like I said, that jumps out to you. I have meditated, I have done everything. I have set myself up, I have meditated, I have so much stuff that I've done just to get ready for this, but I'm very excited for it. So now that you have a deck, I am going to go ahead and get started with reading them. And how the cards are going to be set up is the first card is going to be what's going on now. What is going on now? Now with this new moon, now with all this energy, what is going on now? In the first set of cards, in the first little deck, what is going on now? We have the Magician, which, let's see, you can see it, the Magician card. So what the Magician is saying is that right now, maybe you are getting more in tune with yourself, maybe spiritually, or just maybe more just getting in tune, period. Learning your emotions, learning everything about yourself, and getting more in tune with yourself. This may be spiritually, it may not be spiritually for everybody, but in some way you are connecting more with yourself and getting more in tune with yourself, and you are using all of the tools that are around you to better yourself, to help yourself. You are gaining knowledge by using the tools and using them wisely and getting more in tune with yourself. The second card is going to be what needs attention. So for the first set, we have the 3 of Cups. The 3 of Cups, this is a celebration card. So what's the attention? Maybe you need to celebrate more. Maybe you need to step outside of yourself more and do things that you would normally do, or experience life in a way that you wanted to, but maybe you have been held back to. Maybe you fear something. Maybe you are worried. Maybe you worry too much, and maybe you need to get out and you need to celebrate more. You need to enjoy life. Everything isn't always supposed to be so serious, so definitely take that into consideration. Maybe you need to just get out there, do things. What makes you happy? Do that. Celebrate with people who are like-minded. Surround yourself with people who are like-minded and will bring up your vibration, greaten your energy, just bring all the good energy that you're needing right now. So now we have a message from your guides. This third card is going to be a message from your guides, and this is the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles reversed. Now Pentacles deals with materialistic things, more in the physical world, and sometimes with health. And what this is showing me is that with this Queen of Pentacles, maybe what this is saying for you, from your guides, what this is saying is that you need to get more in touch with your feminine side when it comes to logic, when it comes to finances, when it comes to your physical health, your physical being, your physical self, all the material things in the reality that you live in your world. You have to be more logical with those. You have to be more nurturing of those emotions, nurturing of those traits that come out when you think of your physical self in the physical world. You have to pay more attention, be more nurturing, be more caring, be more, what's the word I'm thinking of? Be more, with you getting in tune with yourself right now, you have to be able to learn how to nurture those needs that you have. You have to be able to learn how to nurture emotions that are coming up, anything that is coming up physically for you and emotionally, mentally, anything that is coming up for you, you have to be more nurturing of that. You have to pay more attention to that and give yourself the opportunity to grow, to learn, and to become more well-rounded. Now, this last card is a message from Isis. This is a message from my goddess Isis Oracle. And what has come up is the wings. Oh, there's a bit of a glare. Wings of Isis. And what it says at the bottom is uniting with the angelic self. So again, this is all coming back to the beginning. This is saying that you are becoming one with yourself. You're learning yourself more on the inside and not just on the out. You are paying attention to the outer self and the persona that you create, but you are definitely getting more in tune with yourself and your higher being. So definitely pay attention to those changes. Pay attention to anything that comes up. Like I said, with getting more in tune with your inner self, a lot of times these are things that we push back or don't really face all the time. And so a lot of this is going to be coming up for you, especially this makes a lot of sense with the moon in Cancer. That means that the moon represents our inner being, our inner self, and Cancer, we all know, is very emotional, they are very emotional beings, and with the moon being in Cancer, this is going to bring out those emotions in all of us. This is going to, that energy from the moon, the new moon, the solar eclipse, that's all going to help us with bringing out this inner angelic being, our inner self, our higher self, our other side, our inner self, and this is going to help us grow. So if you are a person who connected with the first deck, that is basically a lot of stuff that is saying about you, that is saying that you are coming out of your shell, you are gaining more inner knowledge and inner peace, and you are integrating the two, your inner and your outer world. So definitely pay attention to those changes. Okay, so with deck number 2, with the second deck of cards, there's a lot here, but like I said, the first card is going to be what's going on now. So the first card we got is the 9 of Wands reversed. The 9 of Wands reversed. So what this is saying is that you have reached a point where you may be content with where you are, but there's more. There's more for you to share. There's more for you to get out. And I'm going to pull out my book because I feel like there's something else that I'm missing or I need to say. So I am going to pull it out. And if you have questions about how I do my readings, this is going to be an eye-opener for you, because it's exactly what I do when I do my readings. So, the 9 of Wands reversed. What it says here in my book is, when the 9 of Wands appears reversed, it advises you to cut your losses and get out of a situation that isn't going to improve. You may be fighting a losing battle and need to move on to something else. Use the lessons you've learned as you chart a new course. So what this is saying is, you may be fighting a fight that is no longer worth it to you. So this 9 of Wands is showing that you are somewhere where you feel stuck. Like I said, you feel stuck. And you feel like you're trying to make something work. You're trying so hard to make something work, but it isn't going anywhere. But you're still trying to fight on it. You're still trying to be like, I work too hard to get to where I am. I do not want to start over. But this is saying that maybe it is time. It is nothing wrong with starting over. There's nothing wrong with learning from your past experiences to go into something better. You're going to hold yourself back trying to continuously build on this situation and continuously let it drag you along, and it's not going anywhere. So maybe it's time to cut your losses and just figure out what you needed to learn from this experience. That way you can grow and evolve, and there are better things ahead of you. So don't get stuck there. What needs attention? Again, what needs attention? You got the Ten of Swords, So what this is saying is that you're not allowing yourself to move on. Like we said with the Wands, you're not allowing yourself to heal. You're not allowing yourself to get up and get out of this rut, to move forward. You are not allowing yourself to grow. You're stopping yourself. You have already been through the worst. It is now time for you to learn from that, to get up, to heal yourself, and to keep going. Stop suffering. Stop putting yourself through this pain of trying to make whatever this situation is work for you. It may not be what is meant for you. What we want and what we need are two different things. We have to be able to distinguish between the two, because something that we are fighting for right now may be something that we really want. But you have to step back and really pay attention to the situation, and you have to realize that are you putting yourself through more pain trying to make this work? Are you doing what is really making you happy? Are you doing what is needed for you to heal, to grow, to expand, to reach your higher self? This is advising that you need to let yourself heal. You need to get up. You need to get yourself together and move on. That's what you need to do. And that's what that card is saying. Now, the message from your guides. The message from your guides, we have the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands. This is showing, sometimes it can show like a relationship or something like that. But this is saying that you have something. You are integrating your inner self and your outer self, and that is going to help you expand. But you are not ready yet. You're not ready to go out there and show your true self. You're not ready to go out there and show your ideas or show your creativity yet, because you are still working on being able to take that criticism. You are not at a point where you are able to take criticism and be constructive with it. You're not able to take constructive criticism right now. You're holding yourself back, and what you need to do is work on yourself more. Work on that inner and outer self. Work on bringing those two together. That way you are able to move forward, build your confidence, build your self-esteem, build yourself up. That way you can show and expand and offer all the great things that you have to this world. Now, this is the Goddess Isis message. This is the Goddess Isis message. This is healing the divine masculine. Healing the divine masculine. That says Osiris rises. So when we think of masculine and feminine, we normally think of man and woman. But in the spiritual world, the masculine and feminine is two sides that makes up a person. You have your feminine, you're more nurturing, you're more logical, you're more tame side. And then you have your masculine, which is that more powerful, that action person, that part of you that is just like, let's go do it, let's go get it, let's get it done, all of that. So this is the healing of the divine masculine. So what this is saying is that right now, with the cards that you already have and what I'm seeing already, is saying that right now your emotions, your feelings, your pain, all of this is just wearing on you. Now it's time to heal that with that masculine side. You need to let that more powerful, stern side come out, and that way you can have a balance. Right now you're having more so of emotions and pain and a lot going on in the world and in you mentally and physically. And now it's time for you to heal that divine masculine. Heal that, get that going, get that up for you, and take advantage of that energy, of that masculine energy, that action, that getting things done, that protector, that provider. All of that, once you integrate that into what you already have going on, you're going to create a balance, and it's going to help you move on. It's going to help you get to where you need to be. So this is a good message from Goddess Isis. Well, from the Goddess Isis Oracle deck. So we have for the third section, if you decided to choose that one, if that is what called to you, first we have the Hangman. The Hangman is what is going on now. So right now you are stuck between decisions. You are stuck between two things. I'm getting two things, but you're stuck between something. You're stuck. You're having trouble and a hard time making decisions. You're having a hard time moving forward. You're kind of just hanging around, just hanging there, just swinging in the wind, and you are just stuck and you're not able to move forward. Oh, whoa. Amen. Okay, so the Hangman is the first card that we got for this third deck, and basically what it's saying is that you feel like you are stuck between, you have things in your life that you're not ready to let go of, and you're at this point where you're trying to figure out like what still serves you. This is showing that you are having trouble of letting go of things that no longer serve you, whether that be people, ideas, really anything that no longer serves you. You're having trouble letting that go, and that is slowing you down from changing. You're kind of just suspended. You're sitting there and you're not willing to make the changes necessary to get you to where you need to be. So that is what's going on now, and that's what you need to focus on. Needs attention. You have the Knight of Swords, and what this is saying is that you are not taking the action and making the decisions and going with your first mind like you should. You are not being, well, you might be being lazy, but right now you are just not motivated. And you need to figure out why you aren't motivated. What is stopping you from charging forward, making these decisions? Are you stopping yourself? Is it your inner ego telling you can't do these things? What is making you not go forward with the things that you desire and the things that you want? You need to stop, you need to listen, and you need to focus on those things and work through them, because it is stopping you from moving forward, and you have to pay attention to that. So definitely that's a great message from what needs to be paid attention to, Knight of Swords. And lastly, we have a message from your guides. The message from your guides, you got the World. You got the World card, which is a beautiful card. It's a great card. It is a beautiful, beautiful card. And this is just showing that you have a lot of things that are offered to you right now, whether it be with financially, jobs, business opportunities. You have a lot of things that are being offered to you right now, but you're not able to make decisions because something is holding you back. And I believe this is the same thing, that it all ties together. The Hangman, you are stopping yourself, and you're not being able to let go of things. And then with the Knight of Swords, you're not able to make decisions, you're not able to go forward because something is stopping you. So all of this is saying the same thing. Your spirit guides are telling you the same thing. The world is being offered to you right now, and you're hesitant to move forward. And I don't know if it's due to fear, but there is something about this right now that is just bringing fear. Like, if you are scared to move forward, if something is scaring you, if you are scared of this growth, if you are scared of what's to come, you cannot be that way when you are trying to grow. Because fear will stop your growth, and you will get stuck in a cycle of fear. Do not fear what is to come. Accept the blessings that are coming your way. Learn how to recognize your issues that you need to face and get past them, so you are able to move on, because the world is being offered to you and you're not able to take it because you're stopping yourself, either out of fear. That's the first thing that keeps coming to me. Even it's out of fear. It's out of fear. Maybe you have anxiety, maybe you're worried about something, but that fear is stopping you. It's stopping you from doing the things that you are here to do on this earth. So lastly, we have the message from my goddess Isis Oracle, and this is, there's a glare. This is Queen of Heaven. Queen of Heaven, and it says, blessings from the divine empress of the skies. And we just got done talking about blessings. So this is interesting, because this is just letting you know that you have blessings coming your way. You have things, you have opportunities that are going to bring you more blessings. You have to be willing to accept those things, take those things, grasp those things. You deserve them. Sometimes we tell ourselves in our mind, we have that ego in us, that ego, that shadow, that inner saboteur that tells us you don't deserve these things, you aren't worthy enough of these things, what if this happened, what if that. We have so many things that stop us from going forward, and that's what this is telling you. You have blessings coming to you. You have blessings in the form of finances, in the form of opportunities, in the form of what you are passionate about. You have blessings coming, so be ready for those and be open and willing to accepting those, and really do the work on yourself. That way you are able to move forward with these blessings. So that is what we got from the 3 readings. I hope you enjoyed. I hope they resonated with you. Definitely comment if you enjoyed this. Like I said, this is my first time, so I really want some feedback on this. Let me know if you have any questions, and if you want a more personal reading, if you want me to do a one-on-one reading, you can always message me on Facebook at Beautifully Grounded, or on Instagram at Grounded Beautifully. I have many different spreads that I'm working on, that I'm learning, and doing. So if you have any questions, feel free to let me know. I hope you all enjoyed, and as always, make today beautiful and stay grounded, my loves.